Hello everyone, I'm Contestant42, your lone archiver. In this special Helldivers 2 video, I got a very stupid idea after looking at some birds and deciding, no, I need a proper screenshot. No, I'm not going to shoot the birds, don't worry about that. That's not what the challenge is. The challenge is stupider than that. You see, there's this funny button in the game that lets you turn off your HUD. You can use it for like screenshots. I use it a lot for trying to get thumbnails, usually by going into a trivial mission after the fact and then just getting a screenshot there, because what, you expect me to remember to turn off my HUD in the middle of a mission? Anyway, I get this hell bomb blowing up that I have to check for because pinging something doesn't even work with your HUD off. And then I just alert these two guys. And then I shoot one of them down. And that gives me a terrible idea. A no good, awful idea. Okay, well maybe I do. We'll keep the HUD off. Yeah, come on. You know, this is an interesting idea. Helldivers, but there's no HUD. Oh, well, actually, yeah, you can just use first person. You know, this might be a perfectly valid way to play. No HUD. Let's do it.
Extraction complete.
Like it.
One beginning ascent.
After that abysmal showing of a blitz mission, let's do a mission with no HUD.
Liberty.
Yeah, I should probably only just bring walking barrages. The question is I won't ever know when they're off cooldown again without a HUD. But honestly, that sounds fun, so fuck it. Alright.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them
I think that was walking barrage? It was. Something I immediately notice is when you die, it actually brings the HUD back on, which is nice. It lets me know if I've effed up and not used enough stims or something, which is cool.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
I have to double check with. Oh, it's the other way. And that's why it's nearly HUDless, as opposed to totally HUDless. Because I need to check a couple of these things. That's the only thing I use it for, checking the stratagem codes. Ow! They're just coming in one at a time. Okay, it's left, right, and then up.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Wait, hold on, right? Can do this. That's interesting.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Somehow to this point, I've never hit the aim button when I'm throwing a stratagem ball. You know, now that I think about it, I should have checked the button to see if you could just aim down sights with throwing a stratagem ball or a grenade. That would be funny if that's possible. Another thing that's worth checking is if you can change the side your camera's viewing from when you throw it. Anyway, I'm gonna take care of the factory strata.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
This is not... Well, I knew it was going to be easy.
Warning, you are in range
Okay.
of enemy artillery.
Head taken off.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been
Why is it
launched.
dropping me all the way back at the command bunker? This game is so awful when it comes to just like, oh hey, you're dead? We're gonna respawn you. But it's always going to be in the worst spot possible. I'm surprised the impact damage didn't kill me there. Seriously? The explosion radius is so stupidly large. Oh. see how that does against these things. Nope. No, it's useless. It doesn't kill these things fast at all.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Democracy has landed. Tagging map.
Okay, that's something I can do, and there's another command bunker over there for sure. There's also... That looks like a command bunker base there as well. It takes me a few shots to land this, because I've been trying to use everything but the crossbow. During the point where most weapons, when it comes to primaries, were awful. Crossbow is basically the only thing I used, and I tried to just experiment and get out of that situation. But for this, I knew, well, I'm playing HUDless, so I should probably play with the weapon I'm most comfortable with now, shouldn't I? Yeah, that was a good call. I am correct in running over here and saying that this is a command bunker, and I will say, well, I have cut out a couple of things. I have not cut out any single use of me using the HUD. If I use the HUD, you will see it and laugh at me for it. In my hand. First, I gotta figure out where I actually need to throw it. While recording this, in the back of my head, I was thinking, it would be really funny if what's in my hand right now somehow isn't the walking barrage, and I go to throw it, and it's all of a sudden, oh, it's just an airburst strike. That's sad. Oh well. Okay, there's a command bunker up there.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Walking barrage is probably my personal favorite when it comes to taking these things out. It just has such a good area of saturation, and you can throw it from far away and press up into the base. The only thing that's debatably better is the 380 for just throwing it right on top of the base. But even then, there's a little dead zone near the center sometimes, depending on what seed of the throw you use. There's probably another one on the other side of that base over there. Oh, do they know where I am? No, they do. They do know where I am. This is so rude. Alright. Heal. With any weapon with low fire rate or a charge-up time, stepping in and out of cover like this is really ideal for how to use them. If you're using the railgun or the arc blitzer, for example, you can just keep stepping in and out of cover like that to make sure that you're the only one who's shooting and not getting shot back in return. With the crossbow, it also works. You just don't have to worry about timing the charge up. You just get to step out, shoot, and then just step back in while you wait for your next bolt to come up into the chamber. Is it even a chamber at that point? Okay. We just need to hide out until I've got another resupply to deal with that. Or my walking barrage is off cooldown again to deal with the third one. Then we're just gonna figure out where the fourth one is. I think that radar tower over there is where I started. Fortunately, that one's on a nice bit of high ground, so we should be able to just be stealthy and figure out where the other one is. Wait. Nah, that was just a weird parallax thing through the trees. Is there anything that has a sight line on me if I sneak up to this guy? That thing up there. If there's nobody there, they probably got taken out by missing. Ow. Let's run for it. Let's run for it. This CFAF artillery will pay dividends in the sequel, Gordon. That's a funny reference in terms to just say it's foreshadowing that something is going to occur around here. Is that super samples? It is super samples. Hold on. And then I get the funny idea to just take super samples out with me. Let's see how that one goes now, shall we?
Mission at 30 minutes remaining. Reinforcement budget running low.
They literally team killed, and I was on the floor. I was prone. I had explosive resistance, and they still fucking killed me. These things are so busted. For context, being prone or even mid-dive gives you, I think, roughly 60% explosive resistance, which does stack with everything else. Hold on. Where's the super samples? It's funny the idea that I could get out with super samples, so I want to keep them if I can. Where are you from? That was 3, so I should be able to fire 1 more before I reload. Well, I can fire 2 more, but I'm just gonna reload now. My support weapon in Stratagem is probably off cooldown again. Oh god, there's a big boy there. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. What? Just noticed me out. Okay. Note to self, the bots can somehow hear you humming along to the soundtrack. Okay, well I'm kidding, but you get what I mean. Recuperate.
You know, I really do see what you say about randoms.
Fuse, I'm currently doing a challenge where I am not using my HUD at all.
Alright, how do I come into the picture?
Well, I'm just letting you know that I will not be using my HUD for the rest of the mission. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Oh, that's the reason why I can't blow up this base. I'm jammed from somewhere.
God jam it.
Yeah, jam it is right. Oh, that base has now seen me. This is great. The jamming sound effect I'm hearing is from the anti-air off there in the corner of the map. However, that only jams Eagle stratagems, something I currently don't have equipped. But I don't necessarily know that because, of course, I don't have my HUD, which is what leads to problems. This was a fun challenge, though. I like doing this.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver.
I'm gonna leave this uncut, unedited, because I think it's funny. Watch me struggle to put in a Hellbomb code without being able to double check where I am in it with the prompt.
Well, that's where we are.
Sending out an SOS.
That's not what I meant to do. Sorry to all the players who now have to see this mission on the map, despite the fact that it's set to friends only. My sincerest apologies.
One down. Come here, asshole.
You just watched
He's
4
down.
different attempts to put in a Hellbomb code without any HUD use.
Fire in the hole.
Good shot.
Aiming for the rockets to blow those things up is inconsistent, so I'd recommend just aiming for the left. I finally got it! I got Hellbomb without HUD! I just had to remember. Back to my point about shooting reinforced scout walkers. Yeah, just aim for the legs. The little hip joints at the top, just shoot either one of those and it'll one-tap at the sniper. I can't see that pen for context.
That's fine. It's for me.
Shooting at the rockets with most guns, even light penetrating guns, lets you take care of them, but you have to shoot the rocket specifically. If you shoot the little rails that they're attached to, they don't blow up and kill the damn thing, which is frankly super annoying. If the shots just disappear all of a sudden, they should go somewhere, and that somewhere is exploding next to them. Okay, I have to see if I'm jammed. I'm not jammed. Being dropped in on by Fuse and the whole Hellbomb debacle kind of just ripped me completely out of my flow state. Because of that, despite already doing the walking barrage multiple times this mission, for some reason my brain just can't keep up with, hey, what's the muscle memory of how I input this again? And I think I end up just saying F it and using the HUD. Okay, what the hell is it?
Okay.
I'm not necessarily dyslexic or anything, but sometimes when I read Helldiver input prompts, I mix up the up and the down arrows. I think it's just a skill issue, though. So as I go to input it again, I get stuck a little bit trying to put in up arrows rather than down arrows, when it's really just left, down, no, right down, right down, right down. I'll leave that in because it's a funny little
Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, and that's what throwing a walking barrage is great for these things for. Just throw it and then just get out of there. These bases aren't worth pushing into on higher difficulties. You're just gonna get yourself killed. Alright, now I just need to hide out until my walking barrage is on cooldown again, and then blow up this last one. Yeah, and how did that plan turn out for you, dummy?
Do you need supplies?
I don't know the answer to that question, to be honest.
None of your stuff is flashing, so I'm gonna assume no.
Freedom never sleeps!
Well, now your stims are red.
Alright, thank you for letting me know I have one stim left. The lack of information is what makes this challenge fun and difficult, but not impossible. Since, if you ever wonder if you're out of stims, just hit the button. Simple as that.
Okay. You can't even see where I am without the, Why is there a fucking big boy here?
No,
Big
I don't even get an aiming reticle unless I'm in first person mode.
Alright, I'm gonna thread a shot, but... Alright, I thread a shot in between the legs of a factory strider.
Of course, since I'm just playing Helldivers in full screen, I don't even know how long it's been, so I've had no idea for context to know, oh, it's been so long for use of the walking barrage. So I end up shooting out those turret encampments and being like, alright, cool, I can take care of this now, and then realizing, oh, wait, shoot, I probably still have like at least a minute left to actually do anything. At this moment I realized I don't even get crosshair markers for hitting the target, so I didn't know that these were actually penetrating. I thought they might have changed the armor on the turrets and that AMR couldn't take care of them anymore. Only then to realize, nah, it just needs one more shot. It's smoking. Flame Pistol isn't that useful against bots, but just hitting a bot with a single tick of fire, if it's a trooper, will just make it slowly burn to death over time. Which is good for just what you want a pistol to do. Usually only going to be able to be useful to you, unless you're running the revolver, in which case you have a tool to just one-tap Devastators by head-shotting them. Berserkers also have their own issues with getting too close to you, but that's besides the point. Close to you, you've done something wrong. The thing is I now know where you are because I know where the CFAP facility is.
Good.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Fighting this base was a complete mistake when I'm out of stim, especially when that bot drop hadn't completely just disaggroed from me yet. Which, in fairness, I didn't even realize, but it was too late at that point. I already had started shooting at this base. Because for some reason they thought that factory striders should need to fire off 3 shots that can all one-tap you now. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh,
It's
okay.
almost ridiculous in a fun way, but it's mostly ridiculous.
Found something.
There's a factory strider somewhere out there.
Yeah, I see it. I have to go past this base to actually get to the other one, right?
I'm coming again?
I have to go past the destroyed command bunker to get to the other one, right?
Yeah.
Actually, there's still that anti-air base that's firing off, so I can use the lasers going up in the sky as a reference.
Okay.
It's actually such a blessing that that's in here.
Almost done with Siege artillery.
I'm actually kind of glad you're doing Siege artillery. That way I can finish doing the main objective by myself, which was my only goal with anti-HUD. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
reason why I decided to upload this, despite that Fuse started helping out. Because it's like, oh, well, I can still do this mission, mostly by myself. You'll get some auxiliary stuff done, but I'm still
What do
the
you like better,
one doing the
napalm
actual
or
work,
static?
getting the job itself done. Also, that turret encampment definitely respawned. That wasn't there before. I definitely
Like
shot
static
that
or
one out.
napalm better.
I'm fine with either. Wait, this is
Okay.
a destroyed base. No, it isn't.
Package acquired.
That's the...
Mini
the
nuke,
turret.
explosive, 2 napalm, and a static.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Right.
Freedom. Triumphs over tyranny once more. The extraction shuttle awaits your request.
With the main objective done, I push back in to take care of this anti-air base. The only issue is there's nothing left here. It seems to have done the thing where everything despawns, which is weird. I don't necessarily like when that happens. I try to fire off with the rest of my AMR, but it turns out that that doesn't have any more ammo in it. I didn't know what the resupply cooldown was, considering when was the last time Fuse used it. So I just decided to run up and hellbomb it, which goes a lot better this time, since I've already done it once now. I did it a second time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, without even that, I don't even know what stratagems you have equipped.
Gas, orbital barrage.
Oh, hey, it's you!
380. Yeah, me. I came towards you. I'm getting chased by several striders.
Where you can, I'd honestly just recommend running from patrols still, but striders can keep up with you, and you gotta take care of them. Especially because they can just one-shot you from any angle if you aren't turned around to be paying attention to their V2 type rockets. Me and Box have elected to start calling them V2 as opposed to Mark II, simply because it's a bot, it's a software update,
gas.
even if it is a hardware change.
Speaking of, gas. I'm starting to really love the gas strike.
Yeah, it's very good. Always has been. Do we just want to get out of here, or is there anything else you think we can do with Fuse kind of half cuts himself off there and marks a pin on the map of something else to do, but of course I can't see it. You can hear him say, dropping a pin with the character, but still have no idea where it is.
No, you are not allowed to do that.
Well, they did it.
Bot drop detected. Fuck you.
They did, the last one did it just in time. Let's just move this way. I can't even see this pin that I've marked, but I'm going there.
Oh, I see that tank. That tank's mine. Fuck you, tank.
Similarly to patrols, if you see a bot drop, you really just want to disengage. On top of patrols, there's just going to be too many things going on.
Yeah, let's just get extract. There's a few bases and shit, but like, I'm out of main ammo. Haven't had a moment to... Ah! Now I'm out of stims. Let's go. There's a minor thing here. I'm gonna just loot it.
Okay.
Bleeding out.
Cover you.
Oh, there's nothing here.
I was sent flying by a rocket hitting, like,
That's
right
fine.
next to me.
Use the mini nuke.
Okay, I'm just beelining towards extract.
Okay, extract. That worked. The main nuke played. Next shot is explosive. Remember, C for Jelly is right, up, up, down.
Yeah, you can see why I took the orbital airburst strike. It's just right 3 times for context.
I tried walking barrage in the game and it really worked.
Yeah,
But
it's just...
right down, right down, right down, right down, right down, right down, right down.
Yeah.
Easiest fucking thing.
I sometimes think there's an up in there, and despite doing it on fucking instinct 3 different times, the last time I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? I've tried to do this like 8 times. I'm just gonna grab it.
There's a recoilless behind you if you need it.
I'm guessing resupply is still on cooldown, because I can't do it.
1 minute, 1 minute, 20 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was bleeding out and desperate.
That's fine.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Oh, you're there already.
Bag's empty.
Trying to see if I can get this base over here. Yep.
For this whole extract,
There
I
we
sit
go.
up here on this
Take
rock and
those.
just start sniping stuff.
See?
I would probably cut this out just because I don't talk through the entire point of it, because I'm focusing on trying to hit my shots just in first person with the sniper rifle, and that's something that requires a lot of brain power for me to do. but
Fuck!
it's too long without talking, so I've just decided to fill the void with my nonsense over here. I noticed that Fuse is dead a little late for the most part, but after realizing that he is dead, I just throw in the reinforce. I'm really not liking the changes to Airburst overall. It used to do a good job of at least clearing up some of the bots, but at this point, it doesn't even kill Devastators consistently anymore. To be fair, it's not like it completely killed Devastators consistently, it's just you could rely on it to clean up some of them while you can take care of the rest. I'm at dead Evac. I didn't. Let's go.
I'm gassing the tank for whatever it's good for.
It does do heavy 2 damage, so.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Get that fuck. Oh, you can't. You know. Hey, look, 2 rare samples. I'll take them.
I think I'm carrying all of the supers.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
One moment.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Well, how was that challenge for you?
It was pretty fun.
Never in doubt.
It's not technically over yet, though.
You still have to do the rest of the...
There's still one more mission. To be fair, I only came up with this halfway through where a hell bomb went off, and I decided, you know what, this would be a good screenshot, so I turned off my HUD, and then I shot down a gunship after doing that, and I was like, you know what? I shot down a gunship with HUD off. This is so euphoric. I want to keep doing this. Honestly, I'll send you this video because I'll definitely make it into like a full-on YouTube video or something. For the one guy in the back who cares, here are the stats. Surprised I used that many stims despite not knowing when I had taken damage, other than the blood splashes on the edges of the screen. You see, I've really just taken the poor intel passive to another level.
New planetary effect. Loss of HUD.
Yeah, don't even make it permanent, because, like, just make it, like, ion storms instead of just, like, going crazy or something. It's just, like, an increased, like, severity of ion storms that are just like, oh, you can't see anything with your HUD anymore. Maybe our penetrator isn't that bad anymore.
Today the light of liberty will grace the skies of this world once more.
I
Oh
see
shit,
now.
we got... My bad. Come on.
No, it's okay. I just can't see any pins.
Can you hit that thing? Or no?
Hit what thing?
The laser turret.
Not with my setup.
Alright, one moment.
I just have an AMR.
Oh, I fucked it, didn't I?
To the sky! Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
I dropped in a second factory strider. For context in terms of what I have equipped, it's still the same armor set, but what I'm running instead is Liberator, Penetrator, Revolver, and Incendiary Impacts. I was actually running fragmentation grenades in the last mission, just seeing if you could use them to blow up the missiles on the sides of the reinforced Scout Walkers. No, that didn't work that well. It didn't work at all.
Alright, I'm getting rid of these fucking gunships.
Honestly, there needs to be more people like Fuse in the world, putting up with my bullshit at this challenge and just deciding to stick it out with me, even if he wasn't doing it alongside.
I'm just gonna keep doing this, fuck it. Whew.
It's around this point that I start getting fed up with the Liver Penetrator's burst fire. It does make it unique as opposed to the Agitator, but it doesn't have the lack of recoil to make the burst fire really work when trying to hit consistent headshots.
I can barely hit the Strider anymore. Or the Walker.
Objective located. East.
Here I am, too used to when aiming in
Come here,
first person
asshole.
would shoot under the crosshair, so I'm using the laser to line up rather than the actual crosshair on the ADS scope. Using a tank for cover can be a good idea, but other times it's just a death trap. What do you think this one is?
I got the factory.
Calling in reinforcements.
I got by an explosion. I was trying to hide behind a tank to get the factory.
It's alright, your fault.
Stratagem available. Objective
Thinking of tank?
Stratagem no longer
Jesus.
available.
Reporting to the front.
Helldiver, you are moving
What?
outside
Where's the
the
combat
mission
zone?
area.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm on semi off of first.
Objective located east.
Oh, that's right, you can't see them.
Yeah. It's okay, I don't need supplies because you bring the help pod optimization, so I'm already at full again.
Wait.
So I've located
Yeah, it's-
one of the data pickup spots, so I guess I'm gonna just go over
Yep,
that.
to the east. Yep, do that.
I'm gonna see if I can sneak around and get my AMR on the floor again. They definitely know where I am, though. I just don't know why they're not shooting.
Oh yeah, that's the gas.
Okay, we're on. I was trying to sneak back into this base to get my AMR and jetpack, but I decided it's not worth it to take care of that halt without knowing exactly where the AMR is to pick it up and shoot its eye out.
Alright, you're heading straight for the Stratagem.
Oh, right, I have to actually take care of that to get rid of this. I cut out more of me stealthing around, only to just immediately get spotted, like, within a minute, trying to sneak around by the Stratagem Jammer. I don't make a good use of this fight, simply because I don't have enough cover to cover every single angle. The real call should have been here is just to retreat and just stim. You can stim before you've taken damage, and because it's a healing over time effect, you can usually run from cover to cover, especially still in light or medium armor. That's what it's actually good for. Experimental infusion makes that whole process even better, because then you get damage resistance and movement speed. I end up falling back, but at this point I'm falling back into this objective, and it's too late. And Liberator Penetrator is really annoying to use against Berserkers this close up in first person, and especially just in terms of it doesn't do enough damage quickly enough to take care of those guys. And you kind of either just need good aim to take out the head or stomach, or you just need a lot of damage to go out at once. I don't even know the fact that I have one more stim here until I'm dead and the HUD pops up again. Yeah, we can't do that without the, we gotta call in a thing, which requires stratagem, so.
You're right. I'm thinking it's just a basic,
Yeah, you're thinking of a
a
radar.
basic thing. Yeah, certainly.
Not that a radar would even help me.
Helps me. I'm certainly the brains of this operation.
Well, yes. Because I'm doing something immensely stupid. So you get to be the brains today.
Objective critical stratagem.
Excellent. You want to head in the opposite direction and get a different thing? While we wait for things to cool down?
Sure.
Let's go.
I've gotta
Oh, let me find you.
I actually gotta find out where the other thing is anyway.
Yeah, I can't even say with me, because I want to blow something up.
Objective located.
And I'm by that explosion.
Okay, I'm checking out a point of interest that might have a new support weapon for me.
Found something.
Nah, it just looks like a cache of stims.
Cash.
No, I got a flamethrower out of it. It's fine.
New mag.
You kidding me? How are you alive?
Near your location.
Considering the fact that I'm using a flamethrower against bots, I get a good amount of use out of this thing.
Objective critical stratagem available.
In the rain and through the trees, this would be one of those moments where being able to mark targets with pin and then just shoot under the mark would be really... Okay, I'm gonna be blown up by that thing in a half second if I keep fighting there. The flamethrower does this job a lot better than the flame pistol could. Who would have expected that? A support weapon is better than a pistol.
Never mind.
Dear Arrowhead, can we just make fences, like, see-throughable but otherwise solid walls. Like, enemies can still detect you through them. You can still clearly see enemies through them, but just no bullets or explosives can go through them all. Because it's so inconsistent when and when you can't shoot through fences and when you can and can't be shot through fences, that I think it would just be better for all parties involved if fences were just, bullets-wise, just considered solid walls. Maybe even just get to a point where things with proper penetration go right through them, but other things don't, and they're just considered a really thin wall. That might be interesting. That might be a good idea. That's just my suggestion. In the middle of this 40-minute video that no Arrowhead developer would watch. Look, just let me have my moment, okay? In case it wasn't already clear that I'm a deranged lunatic for playing tier 9 bots with no HUD, here's me meleeing an entire group of light bots. I don't need bullets. You guys aren't even worth it. Come on, melee me. 1v1 me. I'd beat any of these bots in a boxing match. Any single one of them. Okay, I wouldn't beat a Hulk in a boxing match. Unless I get stun grenades. Then it's fair. Then I can
Be
do it.
better about those.
Yeah, is that the detector tower that you just marked? Yeah.
Yep. Don't give him some gas. Oh yeah, I like that gas.
I think I already said this to you, but I kind of wish that fire and gas had an interaction where you could make it explode.
Yep. Yep. No, I feel that.
Thank you for the, you know, the devs really thought about just letting you play without a HUD. There's so many neat features I'm noticing. Like, yeah, the blood effects on your screen. It gives you actually a pretty good idea of how low you are. If you blow that up, we get to not have that anymore.
Okay.
It worked.
Managed to thread the shot through the little, through the pillbox.
Yeah, there's a barrager. Be careful.
I got rid of the boys. Alright, where is he barraging from? Barrage or no more.
I got the terminal.
Calling down a support weapon.
Ow, my everything.
Who wants some gas? Who's shooting at me? Who wants the gas?
Engaging terminal. Package acquired.
They want the gas. Oh, ow, ow, ow. My face. Oh, I need that for later. Alright, we gotta head basically in the direction you're heading to get to the last objective.
Yeah,
2 degrees to the left.
I know.
Oh, I know.
It has
Okay.
like that big tower, you know, so it'll be pretty obvious once we get through some of the trees.
Cancel that.
See?
I am very dependent upon my map.
That's good. You should be. I am prepared for if they ever actually give us a fucking status effect where we can't see our HUD. You know, from what people were talking about with the Illuminate and Confusion in the first game, if we ever get them, I could see them removing your HUD.
Well, I think the coolest thing the Illuminate did in the first game was there was an enemy type that would literally create a barrier, an impassable barrier that goes across your screen. I think for like the top-down game. So basically it bisects your
Reloading.
your
I'll have
forces.
you know that those guys I had shot over here, I had shot
Yeah.
without even scoping in, so no aiming reticle at all. Just rough estimate where the center of my screen was.
Yeah. I've gotten quite used to using the AMR, just hip firing. Not hip firing, but like shoulder firing.
That's empty.
I didn't know I was that low on ammo in the clip.
Oh, good shot.
I ended up being pretty distracted for the entire main section, so I cut out a lot of it.
Spambles.
I just had somebody come into my room and ask me a couple questions more than once, so it ended up just being a little overwhelming, and I didn't talk much throughout.
I got a patrol on my end. I should be able to just gas them.
Calling in orbital strike.
Have some gas.
Sounds like there's also a patrol on my end.
Well, they're yours
The guy-
to deal with.
Recall how I mentioned that fire can just insta-kill light bots? That's another thing these incendiary grenades are good for. If you can just hit any bot inside the radius with it, it will burn to death in terms of troopers, which leads to no troopers being able to call in a bot drop on you. It's honestly the best part of the utility of it when it comes to fighting bots. With bugs, it's great to close off points that bugs have to be set on fire to run through. But against bots, that's what it's got. Isn't that accurate?
Now there is a bot base over here. I'm gonna throw a 380 at it once we get close to finishing this objective, but not before that, because I don't think we need additional problems. Doing all right over there?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I need additional help because I have no weapon that can actually take care of those. Unless you expect me to take them out with a Liberator Penetrator, which I could try. It'd be funny.
You can hit the engines. It takes a while though.
Right behind.
Fuck. What's this?
Reinforced Scout Strider jump scare really got me there. Wasn't ready for
secret
something
tool
to
to
walk
help
up
us
the hill
later?
behind me. Too focused on the gunship, which is really how gunships kill you. They don't often kill you directly or outright.
Okay.
It's you're too
Take
busy
care of these
shooting
things.
up at them, or shooting up at them creates enough
I
noise that
appreciate
you
it.
aggro patrols from all directions into you, and it's not a good time
he's
for you. It might be a good time for the bots. I was about to say it's not a good time for all parties involved, but they're technically involved with that nonsense too.
Down.
Requesting orbital strike.
Oh no, Huck. Oh no. Oh, of course I can't hit shit. Oh, I'm losing it. Hold on.
Ah, Dad's got me on the dive-by. I do get stuck in a little bit of a depth loop here as I'm distracted, as I mentioned earlier. I cut out the depth loop, despite the fact that it is kind of funny.
Reinforcements on the way.
I haven't even left the fucking pod and I'm already getting shot at. It's great.
How about a nice cup of...
Surprisingly, I wasn't ragdolled into my own fire here. That's a first.
Calling in orbital strike.
Enemy elite. Northwest. Close.
This entire main objective has been such a non-stop nonsense fest of bots, which is really what Tier 9s and 10s have turned into. I think they did something to patrols in the last update. They really need to make sure they're transparent about all of these things. As much as I like just
Heavy.
shadow
Northwest.
changes in terms of like
My position.
adding a new unit, changing how key game features that we're already well documented and aware of just on the fly without telling us is just, it's annoying, and that's it. Because all it just takes is us getting used to how these new systems work and then adapting to how to play that again. And it's not an engaging or fun way to deal with these problems. It's just like, surprise, there's now 20
down gunships.
times more
Hold on.
bots than what you're used to. Good luck. I don't need assistance with two things. I don't need assistance with two rocket devs, and one of them is already out of shots. Honestly, thank God that rocket ammo is limited now.
Oh, I'm getting better at
That
this.
is a really good change, and they deserve credit for it. And not all of these changes have been great, but this update overall has been a huge improvement to the Helldivers 2 experience, even as somebody who likes the game being difficult,
Alright,
because
there's
I
one more
view it
box
as a
of
guerrilla
supplies by the
tactics game
control
more than I
panel.
view it as a horde shooter. I don't even know if I need them.
Nothing on your screen is blinking, so you're probably fine.
Calling in orbital
Alright,
strike.
I'm gonna go 380 this base over here, now that we're done.
Are we done?
After the civilians I send in, yes.
Hey, past me. Genuine question. Why are we still running around with the flamethrower? Like, you even turn from this fight and call in your jetpack, but you're still running the flamethrower. You're not going to immediately follow it up by summoning in another sniper rifle? The whole reason this entire mission,
One of
the
those
whole reason
weird
this
shit
entire main
bases I'm
objective has
hoping
been so arduous is because we haven't had a
Really
good way
gets
to
it
deal with
all.
Hulks,
If
and we're
not,
going to
oh
continue
well.
to not have a good way to deal with Hulks.
Activating jump pack.
Okay, your funeral.
That's not happening. It's on a peninsula.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Clusters.
see a detector tower, which I can go for with a walking barrage, and then extract.
Yep.
Stealth doesn't work on an open beach.
We gonna get some
Just in
days.
case you didn't know. You kind of need camouflage or cover to let that work. And I have neither of those two things. I am a black and green dot on yellow sand. Also, damn, those plants ragdoll you a lot, too.
Weeblig.
Ah, got knocked out of my hands by random rockets. Let's go. I forgot the golden rule of trying to throw a stratagem. Don't throw a stratagem when there's something that can ragdoll you shooting at you. I should have assumed at least one of those sets of lasers was coming from a rocket devastator that had ammo left in its trunk.
I'm walking on sunshine.
I'm glad I resisted the urge to start singing along with him. That way I don't have to cut out this whole segment for copyrighted music. They wouldn't even get us for that, right? No, they wouldn't. I'm getting good at calling these hell bombs blind.
Damn straight.
If you've ever got a second, shoot out mines around you. The last thing you want is being ragdolled into one when you've already taken damage. Even explosive armor, just setting off the mine can kill you at that point. Another thing that I try out here is now that hell bombs properly blow up once they've been activated, just with some randomness with not properly blowing up if they take enough damage at once, I try shooting it from afar. It doesn't work out in this situation since I'm just, I guess, not doing enough damage at the same time. But it was worth the attempt, I guess.
My face.
Did that take care of it? I didn't hear the explosion.
Yes. Took care of something. I'm sorry. I'm focusing on the 2 patrols that are boxing me in. I get 3.
Extraction request confirmed and shuttle inbound.
Reloading.
Local Helldiver beats another bot to death with its bare hands like some kind of maniac for democracy.
Alright, that's it for me.
That's empty.
Damn it. Kept getting patrols just spawning in on top of me.
I did that with a Liberator Penetrator. A gun that isn't that accurate at all.
It isn't? Wow. Figured it would be.
That's empty.
Nah, it's only like assault rifle levels of accurate. It's not that accurate at all in comparison. Like when you're aiming in, it has a green circle for the ADS, and that's basically about where you can expect the bullet to land.
I see.
Note, that's while standing up.
Alright,
This
380 base behind us.
assault rifle, more than others, is probably designed for the role of sitting still and letting things come to you more than it is being on the move in the middle of a firefight.
How about the
Which
gas?
isn't what a lot of assault rifles are designed to do. They can assault pushing forward, but that's only because you're getting closer to the target and therefore
Why not hit me?
accuracy isn't as necessary. You're also putting out a high volume of fire, which makes up for low accuracy. But when you're sitting still like this and trying to hit a key shot on a headshot, no, you should be crouched. That alone should do more than enough.
That's empty.
Yeah, Liberator Penetrator is definitely not the weapon to use against gunships. It can penetrate them, but I think it only matches their armor rather than overpens, and also just doesn't have enough damage to properly hurt these damn things. I don't even know what its structural damage is, but its raw damage isn't even enough anyway. Post commentary contestants here, it's 15. Its durable damage is 15. Yeah, it's not nearly enough to shoot
appreciate
those
it.
things down.
Juggle harder. I'm going for the Pelican.
Okay.
Out of stems. There it is.
Extraction complete.
And with that, I have been Quintessence 42, your lone archiver, and this has been my attempt to do a tier 9, not solo because Fuse showed up, and I'm not gonna kick somebody who joins me in the middle of a game. It's my fault for forgetting to put it on invite only, but I still think this is a worthwhile and interesting video to challenge yourself with. I might do
remember
this
back when I
again
was
solo
doing,
properly later,
like, level
but I don't
6
think it'll be
solos,
for a bit.
Thinking that was a good
I think I need
challenge.
some practice in playing HUDless to actually do a full operation without it. Hopefully I can 5-star every
Little
single
did I know
mission
this
that
lady
I'll...
over here is like, I'll just
Anyway,
do level 9 hell dive.
Again, I have been
no
Contestant42,
HUD,
your
solo.
Lone Archiver. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a
Flawless
like.
3
If you have any
missions.
feedback or comments you can give me, the comment section is right there. Feel free to use it, even if it's just to say, wow, you're a psychopath. You're crazy. Why would you ever do this to yourself? I'll respect that. If you'd like to see more of this content, please give me a subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with
scare
that,
me
I'll
sometimes,
see
you
you
know that?
tomorrow. Have a good day.